You need to be a perfect speaker before you become a communication coach. I know you've heard this often, right? Let's break this myth and let's talk about this myth in detail. Hi, my name is Sandhya S. Pillai. I'm an executive communication coach. I've been working with aspiring coaches for the last 5 years. This is what I've observed what most of us do. We're sitting at the sidelines waiting for us to become one of the topmost speakers, speak at TEDx or maybe any of those, big speaker events so that we become a communication coach. But here is the truth in the experience that I have had over 13 years working with C-suite leaders. Our clients are not looking for perfection. What they're looking for is your insights, your thought process, and how you're able to transform them. The first point, which is very critical, is about clients not looking for perfection and neither looking for you to be a perfect speaker. They're looking for someone who's relatable. This is the first insight which will help you look at this myth differently. That you don't need to be on big stages, events, seminars, and be the topmost speaker in the world to become a communication coach. What your clients basically need is about you to know how and what are the challenges people face and how can you help them transform and bring about that change for them. I have also spoken about this in the third point, and you will hear where I talk about presence, but this one is more about perfection, and we wait for so long to get perfect. The clients are not looking for a perfect speaker. They're looking for someone who can understand their struggles. They're looking for someone who can take them through that path, or someone who can actually guide them through the challenges that they're going through, identify and give them those solutions. One of my recent clients, in fact, I would say she's one of the aspiring communication coaches in the certification batch that we did. She had this issue of mostly ending a sentence with a question mark, and she always felt that would impact her credibility. But here is the truth. Actually, the clients, the mid-level clients and technology leaders love her for what she brings on the table. Her authenticity, her transparency, her experience in technology, being able to help clients break down complex ideas to simple words, understandable content is what is working in her favor. I'm not going to talk about the 6-figure, 7-figure income, but definitely this is what is getting her the transformation. This is what is getting her clients month on month. So this is how sometimes we're just sitting and waiting for that perfect moment. And what I would want you to do is take a small action and just take it right now. Second insight, and which has come from years of researching and sitting down with clients and aspiring coaches, is what I've observed. And here is the insight, that you don't really, get perfect. While you're working with your clients, there are feedback, there is a lot of interaction and conversation which opens up discussions around what could be the framework that works best. And sometimes it's relatable to your life as well. It's like getting paid for the best communication masterclass while you learn. So you grow with your business, and it's not that you become perfect and then do the business. The last but the most important point as a communication coach, and I know I've said that enough, it's not about being a great speaker. Coaching skill is not equal to speaking skills, specifically when it comes to communication. What it basically needs you is to have 3-4 important skills. In fact, let me say critical skills. Most important, active listening. I'll talk about this in the next video, where active listening is understood differently as a coach. The second, understanding the patterns that you see in the clients. Recognize the patterns and help them reframe. There are a lot of tools that I'll be talking about in the next few videos. Most important, your space, your presence, and empathy. These are some of the skills